Hello everyone, this is Jen from Generator 74, and I wanted to show you some cards that I made this weekend. There's a girl at work who had seen some of my cards because I hand out birthday cards to everybody in our department on their birthday or as close to it as I can get. And she said that she would be interested in buying some just to send to her friends and family. And she was looking for mostly like thinking of you or just generic all occasion cards that she could send. So I made a bunch up this weekend. I'm going to take them in tomorrow and see which ones she wants. So I wanted to make a quick video of them before they leave the house. This particular card here, it just says kind thoughts. And I crocheted this little flower here on the front. Ran it through Kelly's embossing machine. Can't talk. Very, very simple. You know, I went around the edges and over the embossed image with just some green craft paint just to try to bring out the detail. And here's another, thinking of you. Very basic, simple. I love this paper with the flowers on it. I have no idea where it came from, or I would go buy more because it seems like every time I use it on a card, it just pops. I don't know, I just love it. Just saying hello. This was one of the ones I actually made a couple of weeks ago, but I'm going to throw it into the mix. So I'm not sure. I may have shown these before. This flower was made from, I think it was either an old book or a dictionary, and then I just crinkled it up, sprayed it with Glimmer Mist, and then Mod Podged it. That's why it's shiny. Thinking of you, another one with one of my little crocheted flowers. The pattern for the crocheted flowers came from a Paper Crafts magazine. I believe it was the Christmas one from 2010. So it's a really, really easy pattern if you know how to crochet. Really quick and easy. And hello, I love this brown ribbon and I'm like completely out of it now. So, and I haven't been able to find any like it since. I like the width of it. It's a little bit wider than most of my ribbon, and I just think that it's super pretty. So, gotta keep an eye out for that. And this one, I just inked the edges of the paper, folded it over, put a brad on it, and then I attached it to the cardstock so you don't see the brad on the other side. And then I have a little stamp that actually has a little flower on it and this Just Thinking of You. So I taped off the flower, inked it, took the tape off, and then just stamped it here in the corner so like it looks like the paper's folded down so that you can see the message. And this one took a little bit longer. I made the flower just out of paper, cardstock. And then I used my X-Acto knife and I sort of cut along there. I put some lace underneath it. I ran my ATG gun underneath, and then I put the lace under there and sort of crinkled it along. And this was a straight stamp. It's this set here. And it's this stamp here. It's hard to see because I've used it so much, Sending You Sunshine and Laughter. And what I did to make it curved is when I put it on my block, I sort of put it on there curved. So whenever I stuck it to the block, I sort of moved it around. It took me a little while to get it like the perfect shape to go along there. So now this one I don't think I'm putting into the mix just because I like it too much. I know that sounds crazy, but I think I might keep it and send it to someone for their birthday. I'm not sure who yet, but I have a little stamp I'd gotten online somewhere, and I embossed it with white embossing powder, and then I ran lace here along the bottom and put some jute rope in these buttons and hot glued them on across there. And this is like a top note Sizzix die. I think it's Sizzix, I don't know. It's a die that my friend Kelly had, and she had ran through and cut out a bunch for me before. And I just stamped it straight on there, and then it looked like it was missing a little something, and so Kelly suggested maybe a feather. So way to go, Kelly. So I put a little feather there so it makes it a little, you know, fancy schmancy. Now this one I'm not real crazy about. I was following like a sketch in a magazine. So I stamped the flowers and I stamped the leaves. They were from a different stamp set, and then cut them out. This is just pattern paper and like a coordinating solid paper that I just put in strips to make it look like it's wrapped around. And then I just stamped just a note up here on the corner. This one's so simple but so cute too. Just some paper here. This is ribbon, and I used my lighter to burn the edges so it wouldn't fray. Ran some ATG gun down there, attached it after I tied the other piece on in a knot. And then this is some paper. I have no idea what it is. I'm sure there is like a fancy name for it. And then these papers, I hand cut circles in different sizes, and then I rub my scissors around the outside because I don't have a distressing tool. So I just use my scissors. I pull the scissors open, and I just and then I crinkled it all up, put it together with a brad, just hot glued it on. Cute, right? Thinking of you. And I got in a stamp set online a month or so ago. These little turtles, I just think they're so cute. And this is another sketch out of a magazine. And I made the little tag and stamped Happy Day on there. Just trying to use up some of the paper that I had already pulled out of a paper pack. And here's more of that paper that I said I liked. And these two pieces, the little scallop and this red piece, were just scraps that I had in my drawer. Some red ribbon. And I don't have a scallop oval punch, but I do have an oval punch, so I just punched the oval out, attached it to some paper. This paper underneath is actually another sheet of the paper I got for free from Blue Moon Scrapbooking when I ordered. And then I just used my decorator scissors and just cut around the outside, and it was my first try, and it actually, I was pretty impressed. I'll probably never be able to get it to line up exactly again, but there you go. And then I just stamped high on there and embossed it with white embossing, some white faux stitching. And then since it's such dark cardstock, I just put a simple piece in there. I actually crinkled it because it looked kind of boring. So I crinkled it to make it a little, I don't know, more interesting on the inside so there's a place to write. Here's another one in dark brown. And this was some more scrap paper. I had made this heart for another card a while ago that I made with my Greeting Farm stamps and never used it, but I like the paper so much I didn't throw it away. And the funny thing is it's a totally different paper line than this, because this is basic gray, and this, oh boy, I don't remember what that is, but it's definitely not basic gray. And this paper is from a different line altogether, so I just sort of put them all together. They don't look too bad together. And then this is embossed with white embossing powder. And instead of faux stitching around the edge, I just used my T ruler and then just drew a straight line. And again, on here, I put some paper on the inside, and there I did do some faux stitching with my white gel pen. And this one doesn't say anything on the outside, but it's cute. I just put some paper, inked the edges, again with my X-Acto knife, just made like a curve here, matted the same paper that's underneath, and then some brown and white polka dot ribbon. Cute. And this one in pink and green, and this was more that paper I was trying to use up, and again, two totally different lines, but I think they look good together. And this is the only green ribbon I have, apparently. I need to go shopping for green ribbon. But it's cute. Just says hello. Now this one was the first card I tried to make yesterday, and I jacked it all up because, well, I just put the pattern paper underneath, and then I cut this little thing out on my Cricut. I have a background stamp. Let's see if I can grab it. It's this background stamp. So I inked up the stamp with Versamark, laid this on top of the inked up stamp, ran my brayer over it to make sure I got some good contact there, and then I embossed it with just clear embossing powder. And then underneath, because when it cut out this little window. So I had lined it up and sort of drew a little box on this pink pattern paper so I knew where I could stamp, and then I took 2 little stamps and lined them up and stamped it. Well, when I did, the butterfly was upside down. So instead of totally scratching the whole thing, I just took a coordinating little scallop and stamped a different butterfly on there so it would show the antennas, and then I stamped it again and glued it on there so that it's 3D. Can you see 3D? And then I put little stickles there on the butterfly itself. And then again with the ATG gun, ran it across there, put some of the lace I got at the Goodwill type store that we have here in town across the bottom. This video is really long. Here's another just thinking of you. I'll stop doing so much talking. And this one, I love this paper. Love it. This was the top of that top note that was on the card with the feathers. And then I cut these hearts out with my Cricut, just in varying sizes. White faux stitching. Here's more of that brown ribbon. Matted it in brown. This one was another mistake. It was hideously ugly. My friend Melinda was over, and she doesn't want to say anything bad, but boy, this card, it was really ugly before. So I ripped off the paper that I had on it, put the purple on, and the ribbon, and just a note, little stamp, and it turned out pretty cute. So, boy, you should have seen it before. It was hideous. This one doesn't say anything at all, but I liked it the way it was. I just put some pattern paper here, some pattern paper I crinkled up and put there. This I cut out with my, actually no, it's a punch that I have. This little stamp I got at Big Lots for like $1 or 50 cents. Crinkled it up too, and then put some Mod Podge over it. If you can see, it's shiny. And just some jute rope in the ribbon, tied a little pink ribbon, and there you go. Now this one is not 3D at all, it's just pattern paper and stamps. And here's another one with that dress form. This one I didn't emboss, it's just stamped. And then this is a die cut that I ran through Kelly's embossing machine, just saying hello. And then again with the ATG gun, and then I just I needed something to add volume here because it was everything 3D was down here, so I sort of bunched it up there in the corner. Here's more of that paper that I like. I don't know if you can tell, but I put the paper underneath, and then I put this brown paper up on 3D. Here you can see it better like this. See? 3D. And wrap ribbon around it, some faux stitching, very cute. And this one, There's No One Like You. Cut this out of my Cricut. I love this paper. I think it's American Crafts. That's what that other paper was that I couldn't remember what it was. I believe it's American Crafts. Not sure where it went. This one was a different card, but it's the same paper. This is American Crafts, I believe. And just because I love this tiny little punch. And now, okay, this is my favorite. I just made this one today. And this one, again, I'm going to keep for myself to give to someone for a happy birthday card. I got this idea out of another magazine. It's almost identical what they did. So obviously different papers and different image, but happy birthday. And then I just wanted to show you I made some more those little crocheted flowers. I just keep them in a basket, and then I have different colors to use on my projects. And then this one is a variation of that pattern that I said was from the Paper Crafts magazine. I actually made it bigger. This bottom layer is bigger, and then I crocheted around and crocheted the smaller one on top, so then it's a 2-layer flower. So that was my own little variation. And then I just tied the coordinate, or the same yarn, I guess you want to call it cotton yarn, through the button and hot glued it on. Same thing here. So thought they were cute. They would be cute on the front of a mini album or something. So Okay guys, I think that's all I wanted to show you, and this video is really, really long. It's almost 15 minutes long. So thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I will be talking to you soon. Thanks, bye.